you could be the master of your fate, you could be the captain of your soul, but you have to realize that life is coming from you and not at you, and that takes time.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, pocket. What was on the dance party playlist? I have to ask.
Anybody who knows Timothy knows that he travels with music.
A lot of Celine Dion.
Yes, I love that.
A lot of Spice Girls.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to London, and congratulations both on the film. It was epic. That's the only way I can describe it. And whoever was casting this film, I have to give them a round of applause.
Francine Maisler.
It's just
Woo!
unbelievable. We'll talk more about you guys working together in a bit, but what was it like working with the likes of Oscar, Jason, Rebecca and Josh so closely? If you go first, Timothee, I'm hoping I've said that right because I have been practicing.
No, thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, if you can go first, because you and Jason seem to have an amazing relationship on screen.
Yes, man. Well, me and Jason, we always go for the same roles, and so it was good to finally work with him. I would say with Oscar and Rebecca and Jason and Javier, just these are all legends. These are the best actors working today. They're remarkably professional. They're as mature as they're prepared, you know, and it goes without saying, especially someone like Denis, the cast he organizes or the creative team even behind the camera is always something really special. So it was not a difficult task to play out either relationship with Rebecca or Oscar. They were very generous. They were both, very grateful to be there, if I could put it like that, you know, and that happens when you work with Denis Villeneuve, but it doesn't always happen when you work with actors have been working for a while. So I would say a total dream come true, and also so cool to see too the likes of Zendaya or Jason Momoa or people that have been in, been the leads of huge movies soak this in too, because I haven't been in something of this size. So to see them be as geeked out, and excited, it helps me be as excited.
And for you, Zendaya?
It's the coolest. It's the coolest. I mean, some people I didn't get to work with, but I met them later.
No spoilers.
And everybody is so lovely, and so kind. And I remember the first day out, because I kind of came in, they had already kind of established a bit of a work family. Everybody had already been going for quite a while, and I came in, popped my head in, and popped out, and everybody was so gracious and opened up the set with open arms. Everybody was so lovely, and I just felt like I just learned, right? I'm in a space where you have, Javier Bardem doing his thing, and I get to, watch him live, and I'm just like, taking notes and learning from Denis, who runs his sets beautifully, and is very thoughtful, and I don't know, it was very special, and I think I learned and I became better just from that, like 5 days that I was there and learning from you guys, I think. And then you, of course. This guy,
This guy.
Yeah.
Everyone's been going crazy about this friendship that has blossomed between you, I think it's fair to say. And I hear that you had some dressing room dance parties. Is that right?
This is very true.
Absolutely.
Zendaya's dressing room.
What was on the dance party playlist? I have to ask.
Anybody who knows Timothy knows that he travels with music. In fact, today when I first saw you, he walked in to our room while we were all getting ready, and he had music with him, because that's what he does. He just always you have this great energy, and he's always got a soundtrack. So that's kind of how that happened. You walked out of the door, and music was blaring behind you.
Had my Phantom Reactor 3000. That's not an ad. That's
No,
sincere.
it's really
that is
happening.
the great speaker.
And I just saw you with you had the suit on, but only halfway. And then,
This is hot.
or did you have the thing? Something was flowing in the wind. Something was flowing in the wind. He was at the door of his trailer thing, and he was just standing there, and music was playing, and it just felt like, yeah, let's start this.
A lot of Celine Dion.
Yes, I love that.
A lot of Spice Girls. B.O.B.
It was
Sounds like a party
good
that I wanna
times.
be
We
at.
even got Javier going.
We got Javier going. There's a picture of Javier. Do you have that still?
Yeah,
Polaroid?
on my
That's
wall.
amazing.
I want to see that. So switching up now, kind of diving into the nitty gritty of the movie. This is quite a deep question, I have to warn you. Timothee, your role is quite a lot about fulfilling your destiny as such. Is fate and destiny, are those things that you believe in?
Wow, great question. You could be the master of your fate, you could be the captain of your soul, but you have to realize that life is coming from you and not at you. And that takes time.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, answer.
What out of pocket.
Okay.
And Zendaya, how are you going to follow with that?
My answer isn't as eloquent as that. I would just say, in many ways, yes, because I think the people that I've been able to meet, that including, you know, Timothee, you know, I think that in many ways, like, you know, you meet certain people at certain times in your life when you're I think destined to meet them, right? And you learn things from people, and I think right when Dune came along is right at the time where it needed to, and right at the time where I was ready for that, right? Or, you know, it's like when you think about maybe any role that you didn't get, you weren't meant to have. And I feel like in many ways it's like a destiny or your fate or what was meant for you and whatever. But it is, because it's like, you know, later you'll understand, you'll realize why that no happened, right? Because there was a yes that was the right thing for you and was meant for you, you know? So, I mean, I like to think that. Sometimes when things don't feel as good, you're like, F this, you know, this destiny, whatever. But then, you know, if you kind of trust the process, you're like, all right, you know, after a while, you understand what the greater reason is. So I don't know. I would like to think that it exists.
For sure. And I don't know if you saw, but your digital cover for Entertainment Weekly went pretty viral. It's been made into quite a lot of memes. Some people said, this feels like walking past the cool kids at school. Someone else said, me watching our waiter deliver food to another table. It's pretty intense. Can you give us an example right now of how you got in the zone?
There was no zone. There was
Yeah.
no zone. There was a lot of wasps and
There
a
was
desire
sun in our eyes.
to get it right.
That helped.
And in fact, I think they were kind of like, you should be taking this more seriously. But I don't know.
Can you give us a smouldering lip now?
You see, it's
Or
a
was it just
scenery
in the
thing.
moment?
it's a scenery thing. It's like an hour
We're in-
build up.
yeah.
You know, it's a whole
We're in
machine.
Venice.
It's a process.
Yeah.
Okay, last question then, because I'm probably going to get booted out in a second. This movie is being described as a once-in-a-generation movie, being compared to things like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, the same way they were described. What movies did you watch when you were younger that made you realise that you wanted to become actors?
Well, I'm going to be a broken record on this one because I've said it before, but as far as world building goes, as far as a movie that leaves the theater shaking with a Hans Zimmer score, you know, the Batman trilogy with the Christopher Nolan one, Christian Bale playing Batman, and as I said before, The Dark Knight was a movie that really made me want to act, and for me accomplished all the amazing behavioral acting and storytelling that I loved already at 12 or 13, but also that big, spectacle, shake the theater feel. So those ones were huge. But in that period too, because I guess we're of that generation. I don't know if you saw Lord of the Rings and movies like that, but I didn't get a chance to see those as much. But Inception, all the Christopher Nolan movies, those films that are as spectacle-y as they are, you know, grounded.
And just quickly from you, Zendaya, as well, because I'm
Shut up to me.
running out of time and being booted out.
You know he was in Aristotle?
yeah. But like, did you write a
Did you
spot?
know I had it? Yeah, I mean, you know, for me, it's interesting. I fell in love with acting because of the theater. My mom worked at the California Shakespeare Theater when I was like 2 until, you know, my entire childhood, basically. So I fell in love with the spectacle of this art form through that, you know, watching these incredible actors bring these pieces to life, and also watching the directing and I loved sitting there and watching like the dress rehearsals. And I was like this little 8-year-old in the back just watching, like, oh, this is amazing.
I'm gonna fucking take over the world.
Yeah, I want to do this. No, but I loved it because they were taking material that had been around forever, and they were doing their own interpretations of what Shakespeare was to them. And so each director who came in and did something even more, you know, beautiful and spectacular and interesting. And I just thought it was really, really cool, because I just thought, like, wow, like you can make something out of nothing. And I loved that. So I think that was it for me.
That's amazing. Well, my time has sadly finished, but thank you so much, both of you, for speaking to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Kevin Hart.
Hi, my name's Eric Snowstreet.
Hi, I'm Margot. I'm Journey.
I'm James McAvoy.
I'm Daniel Radcliffe.
I'm Rebel Wilson.
I'm Jeremy Clarkson.
I'm going to be translating some Scottish tweets for It's Gone Viral.
On It's Gone Viral.
Ooh. On It's Gone Viral.